are back with some delicious fresh vegetables, even in the winter. In Arizona, we are able to get the most delicious foods. And there's some great organizations in the south of our state that we are going to meet and talk about right now. So first we have Chef Alex Trujillo on with us. Great to have you on with us.
Morning, thank you.
And you're with the Patio Restaurant.
Patio Restaurant in Yuma, yes.
Okay. And you were also a part of an organization that Kristen Shepard
Good morning.
is with, Farm Fresh Forks.
Farm Fresh Forks. It's a program put on by the Yuma Fresh Vegetable Association to share and showcase these wonderful veggies that grow in our area.
Fabulous. And this is also, you team up also with the
Growers.
other one, growers,
So,
yes.
yep. So basically, this program is funded by the Arizona Department of Agriculture and the USDA Agriculture Marketing Service. It's a grant that is put out in order to promote vegetables. And Yuma, as the winter vegetable capital of the world, we have lots of veggies.
See, I didn't know that.
We are the winter vegetable capital of the world, and #1 in vegetable production for most of these veggies in the state. So that's exciting. And Arizona is a huge agriculture state.
Good. If we get more water, we'll really even be more happy.
Might be #1. We're #2 for most of these in the country, but yeah, we're feeding the world this beautiful, healthy produce. So anyway, this program is put on by the Yuma Fresh Vegetable Association, and the idea is to kind of mimic the wine tasting industry. So they've mastered that, and why can't veggies do the same thing? So we have 6 awesome restaurants, Alex's is one, that you can go taste these veggies. They do little veggie tasting plates. They're complimentary starting next Tuesday, so January 9th. Through March 31st. Each one does it a little bit different, and every week it's a different grower and 3 different crops. So they highlight 3 different crops each week, different farmer or shipper. Today's produce is provided by Top Flavor Farms in Tanamer and Antle, which we're very grateful for, but each week is a different one. So it's something different every week, and go to it every restaurant every week and have a different experience.
Fascinating. Do you have to get real creative, Alex?
Every week, every week it gets dropped off, and every week we have to get creative and find out what we're going to do with the 3 different vegetables that are dropped off.
And now when people come in, do they ask for
They
certain
do.
vegetables?
They do. Last season was a great season. A lot of people knew about it, so they came in, they asked for it. But not only that, we offer it complimentary as customers come in, sort of like you would do bread and butter at the table. We offer this tasting complimentary to every patron.
Oh, wonderful. Sort of like the little wine tasting thing you were talking about, too. So show us a little example of some of the vegetables that were available for you this week and what you did with them,
Well,
Alex.
all these vegetables came from this beautiful cauliflower, the spinach, the kale, heirloom tomatoes, radishes, a lot of great vegetables. A good example of a tasting, what we would do, sort of multiplied here. This is a cauliflower mac and cheese that we put together at the restaurant. We have a baby spinach and bacon skewer with a bacon blue cheese dressing. So we might get spinach, cauliflower, and another vegetable, so we get sort of one of each on a plate for someone to taste. That's sort of the concept of Farm Fresh Forks.
Wonderful. And then this looks gorgeous.
You know,
with
beautiful
your
heirloom tomatoes and feta with balsamic. We did a nice salad, which I'll show you in a minute. Basically, cauliflower, broccoli, oranges in there, the golden, the purple, beautiful colors here. Make a beautiful salad.
These colors are amazing. I mean, we're so used to just the white cauliflower. And the fact that you have, did you call this golden?
Tricolor, golden, and purple, yeah.
The purple. Those are gorgeous. Do they taste differently?
They don't. They have the same, similar
same
flavor.
texture,
yeah,
sure.
Definitely.
Well, the Yuma veggies taste better.
If they're from Yuma, they taste better.
But that's a really important thing. The fresher your farm produce, the more taste there is.
Right out of the field. A lot of this produce came right out of the field.
Yeah,
I mean, you hear that about pineapples because, we get pineapples here from Hawaii and we eat them. We think, oh, those are really good. You go to Hawaii and taste them, completely different and so much better.
Yeah.
But it's the same when we can get our fresh vegetables close to us like this.
Right. We're very fortunate.
Indeed.
Even the spinach, just feel, it's very nice and crisp. Picked yesterday, the kale, of course, the cauliflower, of course, everything, the tomatoes were all picked yesterday. Those beautiful beets in front of you, beautiful red
greens,
leaves.
again, so important, I mean, you end up, when you cook them, a lot of times you wilt them on purpose, but you don't want to buy them wilted.
No.
Right. They're as pretty as flowers, right?
They're great in the salad and the smoothie and, cooked down. They're great for you. We all know that. So.
Absolutely. How do you make this salad, for instance?
So for this one, very simple. It's a chilled salad. We like to make it overnight so that it marinates and sort of tenderizes the cauliflower and the broccoli. Basically, it's a little bit of I have a little bit of salad oil there. Okay.
So it's not cooked. You don't steam this or anything.
Raw. Yeah, definitely not cooked. You want it raw. You get a nice crunch to it. A little honey.
Sweeten it up a bit. Okay.
You have a little A little bit of a little mayo there, a little mayo dressing there.
Now that looks kind of a better color than my mayo. You put something magic in it, haven't you?
I toss a little bit of apple cider vinegar in there.
Oh, okay. Kind of spark it up a little bit. See, that's a thing with you chefs. You know how to take something normal that we're used to and make it into something extraordinary. How long have you been doing the chef job?
I've been in the business probably a little over 20 years.
Fascinating.
Yeah, definitely.
Love it. Well, obviously, these are so beautiful.
Sometimes we add bacon, sometimes we don't, but for sure we add a little bit of pumpkin seeds there in the mix there. We have some orange segments.
Now, do you marinate these all together with the cauliflower?
We do. And usually, if we make it for the next day, maybe for tomorrow, we'll leave out the pumpkin seeds, the oranges, the more tender pieces, and add them in to garnish the next day. But more importantly, you want to marinate and let tender the cauliflower and the broccoli.
So it does get, so it's not as crisp, it's a little more, number one, flavorful, but more tender.
You can try the raw versus the marinated, and you can tell the difference.
All right,
sure.
I'm trying to, okay, well, I know what the raw tastes like. Let me try one of these to see what the difference is here.
It's a little tender, yeah, a little nice flavor.
I'll tell you what's great about that. When you go to a party, they have crudités. And sometimes they're like so crisp that you don't dare eat them because they're embarrassingly noisy, right?
Sure.
That is very tender. It's not like mushy. That's not mushy at all.
Not soggy, no.
Tomorrow, the next day, 3 days later, it might be a little mushy, leftover, but definitely a day before is perfect.
And the flavor, you really feel the flavor. So why is Yuma so big in agriculture down there, Kristen?
Well, there's so many different components, but Yuma's the sunniest city in the world. I don't know if you know that, but another
most sunshine every day.
Fact, yeah, we rank that as the sunniest city. So lots of sun, not a ton of rain, so it's very controlled climate for our growers.
A
great
long
soil.
growing season.
Yep, November through March, and the vegetables flourish. So we're very fortunate for that.
Now, do you ship this all over the state?
All over the country.
All over the country.
Some even internationally. Yeah.
Wow, isn't that amazing? And things like you do with Alex and these other restaurants, different things that are in season at different times.
Right.
Now, there's a book. This is the neatest little book that is put out, and it tells you farmers markets, because farmers markets are big. This is what we call local produce, which is a big movement to realize that the food is healthier and fresher. For sure. Yeah, this book's put out by the Arizona Department of Agriculture. They do a fantastic job of describing Arizona ag and talking about the different crops that grow in our state and where you can get it and where you can experience it, which is awesome. And a lot of those experiences that you can actually get in and get your hands, Yuma's got some great opportunities. You can go down, you can do field to feast tours where you're actually going out into a field and picking, and then college students and culinary departments are preparing your lunch. You can taste the vegetables through the Farm Fresh Forks program at 6 restaurants in Yuma. We've got the Labor of Love program that you can follow on Facebook, where we celebrate the farm workers and go out and do random acts of kindness, also through the Yuma Fresh Vegetable Association. There's a ton, and actually Yuma Fresh Vegetable Association has a website, yumafreshveg.com, that talks about a lot of their different programs and how you can either taste or experience or watch or see firsthand how agriculture works in our community. Very important. Sometimes we forget where our food comes from. Not a good idea. We need to realize that this has to be a supportable thing and understand. I love this little book because it also tells you what time of year everything is coming in season. So because it's also a good thing to eat the fruit that is local around us and in season, right?
And I think the great thing about Farm Fresh Forks is, if you've that card right over there, every week we get vegetables from different growers, different families who their farms, and you get to learn a little bit about their story, their family, where they came from, if they were homesteaders, they've been here for years, and really little tidbits of their story, their backstory. So you get to know the family, the grower, and know where that veggie came from.
Because it is a historical business, again, like you say, families all over that got into this. They've become prosperous and continue to give us these great things. So wonderful. Well, thank you,
for
Alex
having us.
Trujillo, for joining us at the Patio Restaurant in Yuma. You can taste all these delicious foods. It's good. I already cheated. And also Kristen Shepard with the Farm Fresh Forks. A wonderful program. I think you should just spread it all over. I want to eat in the fields and have fresh food too.
Oh, good. Come to Yuma.
Yes, and thank you for sending this all up, because we do see this in our grocery stores and everything up here all the time.
Oh, thank you.
Right.
Thanks for having us.
Wonderful to have you on.